Hey guys, how you doing? I just wanted to tell you guys about an insane documentary I just watched. Why don't we watch the trailer?
I think that there's a certain personality type that does this once and then realizes that this is the thing that they want to do, whether it's going well or not.
I know for a fact, like, I'm doing this job I'm doing now because I really enjoy it. Like making something I knew I could be proud of.
Fuck it, I'm proud of it. That's a lot of stuff to show. This wasn't about making money, this was about just getting away with making cool shit. And then that turned into a way to make money.
Why is it that you're doing this? You have to really question that.
I don't know, I say I'm not in a rush, but then sometimes I feel like, okay, but why am I frustrated? Why am I frustrated? We've got an awesome place we live in. It's small, but it's awesome. I've got a kid who's like amazing. And then I beat my head against the wall because pitch after pitch, you're like denied.
There is a relative suffering in that. You're being ignored artistically for the most part, and you keep doing it year after year. And it's like you're not making any money. You're all working day jobs, or you're teaching, or you're doing whatever you can do, but you're not giving up.
This doc is super good. You guys know me, I'm a big fan of docs. And this doc got me thinking about something. Let me put this down. And there we go. One of the hardest things as a filmmaker is just staying creative. Sometimes it feels like I have nothing to give and I just suck. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know anything. Everybody else is way better than I am. Or I haven't gone far enough in my career yet. I should have done more. I should have done better things. I should have done bigger things. Oh, and if you're wondering what that is up there, it's light and it has black wrap around it. Black wrap is a film. Don't worry about it. But these are things that all creatives go through, no matter what your level is. And that's really what I was reminded of through this doc that Musicbed made called Make. It's a bunch of different artists, different musicians, different filmmakers, designers, all talking about what drives us to create and all those different things that come along with that process, all the hard things, all those really tricky things that are really hard to push through. And these guys aren't just some random people, they're some of the best in the industry, like Reed Morano. She's a director and a DP, directed things like Handmaid's Tale. You guys might have seen that show. There's people like Elliot Rausch, makes amazing commercials and short films. Solomon Lichtam, really amazing, super talented, way more talented people than I am. And if you haven't, you should definitely look these guys up because they really are some of the best in the industry. And it's just really refreshing hearing them talk, these guys that are way up there, talk about the exact same things that I struggle with as a creative all the time. Yep, that's right. Everyone struggles with the creative process no matter how good you are. There's no level or there's no skill level that you reach and then it's just smooth sailing, easy going the whole time. But it's still enjoyable if you understand one really key thing. Oh, and if you want to watch the doc, I messaged Musicbed and they actually wanted to sponsor this episode. It's an awesome music licensing platform with I think over 700 musicians and composers, and they just have really high quality music. I've used them a bunch in the past. And they were actually super nice and they actually wanted to give you guys some free rentals of the doc, but instead of just giving you the coupon codes in the description, I thought I'd just hide them around in this video, like an Easter egg hunt. I thought it'd be more fun that way. So for me, creativity kind of comes in waves. There's times where I just have tons of ideas and it feels really easy and I'm just making films left, right, and center. And then there's those other times where it feels like, man, I just suck. I don't know what the heck I'm doing. I should just quit now, quit while I'm ahead. This is not going anywhere. And when you have those high points where you're just really creative, it's really easy. You should just keep making stuff and just use that to build creative momentum. Keep going hard. But what are you supposed to do when you hit those slumps and you feel like, man, I can't do anything? What are you supposed to do? One of the best ways of getting the creative juices flowing again is to just do a personal project. I find that when I film a personal project, I feel like all that stress and all that, those expectations that maybe other people or companies put on you just kind of fall away. For example, I did that video that I posted last week with Samuel. In Norway, and there was no client, there's nobody telling us what to do. I didn't get paid for that video, but man, it felt so good to make that video because there was no expectations. Nobody was telling me it has to be this and it has to be that and it has to include this and you got to talk about that. Nope, I could do whatever I wanted, and that really just helps creativity so much. It's so important to take that pressure off yourself once in a while and just tell a story that you're really passionate about and do it in a way that you really want to do. Don't let anybody tell you how you should do it or what it should be like, and don't think about what are other people going to think about this project. Just make it how you want. Club soda, love it. Not an ad, I just like club soda. Even though winter's coming, you can't beat this. This is awesome. I love this weather. And the key thing about personal projects is to actually enjoy the process of making that personal project. I find a lot of times when it's a personal project, it's just really easy to enjoy the process. Like when I was with Samuel in Norway, we just had a really fun time hanging out. We'd go to these epic places and we'd shoot a little, but there was no agenda. There was no, we have to get these shots. We just went around, found really cool spots, and we just filmed epic, amazing stuff. And if you guys haven't seen the video yet, definitely check it out. I'll link it down below. But I think when you learn to enjoy the process of being a creative, that's when everything opens up. And that's because you're no longer just focusing on that product, the finished video or photograph or song or whatever it is that you're making. You're no longer focusing on just the finished product. You're just in it for the process, and the things that come out of that process are just a really sweet bonus. You no longer have that pressure of, I gotta do something really epic and insane that everybody's gonna look at and be like, oh man, this guy's so good. You're just gonna enjoy the creative process, and guess what? Eventually, you'll make really epic and insane videos because you were thinking about the process and not the end product the whole time. All right, so we're enjoying the process, but how do we stay creative? Well, number one is to make personal projects. Pick a project, any project. Don't worry about pay, and just do something for yourself. Tell a story that you're really passionate about. That always helps. And number two is to consume content. I do this all the time. I watch all sorts of movies, I watch docs, I watch feature films, I watch TV shows. I probably spend too much time watching shows and movies, but you need to consume content in order to stay creative. That always helps. If you're in a rut, watch a really good movie. Watch one of Fincher's movies. Watch Mindhunter on Netflix. It's a creepy show, but it's super good, really well made. Fincher is definitely one of my favorite directors by far. And then number three, I think, is actually to make smart business choices. And you're saying, what does that have anything to do with creativity? Well, if you make smart business choices, then you're not gonna have to make choices on which kind of projects you choose because of financial reasons the whole time. You're not gonna be desperate for money and just doing corporate jobs or stuff that you don't actually like doing, but you need to for the money, and it's not really helping you creatively at all, and it's actually hurting you. So make smart business choices and help facilitate that creative process. And yeah, there's a bunch of different ways to stay creative. Those aren't the only three. Those are just three that I came up with that really helped me. Oh man, my arm is just dying. I got the 1DX Mark II if you guys didn't see the Instagram story. And it does get a little tiring on the arm after a little while. I think I was playing it up before, but now after vlogging for the last, whatever, hour or two, I'm definitely feeling it. I've said it before and I'll say it again, you need to learn to enjoy the process. Learn, make, repeat. And it's especially that repeat that actually helps with the creative process for me, because it reminds me that, okay, this is just one video out of hundreds, thousands of videos that I'll create. So really it's not that big of a deal, and that really helps to take off the pressure for me. There's all sorts of things that stop us from making that perfect film or making whatever is in our mind, but that's just part of the process, and we need to remember that it's just one video. So on to the next one. Me and my friend Peter, he does YouTube too. If you don't know his channel, you should go watch him now. Every once in a while we're messaging back and forth and we're saying, this video just didn't turn out quite how I liked it. And there's a deadline, we gotta post it. And really what we end up saying is, well, I'm gonna post it and on to the next one. And I really liked what one of the designers said in the doc. He said that if no one ever looked, I'd still be making cool stuff with my buddies. And that's really what it is. When you find that one thing that you would be making even if nobody else was looking, and you just enjoy what you're doing, that's the best thing for creativity. Creativity doesn't rely on recognition or any of that stuff. Creativity is just making cool stuff even if nobody else was watching. So don't worry guys, if you're not feeling creative right now, that wave will come again, and before you know it, you're gonna be making amazing stuff. Guys, make sure to go check out this doc. I highly, highly recommend this doc for all creatives. It's super good. I linked it down below, and I hid those codes in some different spots. Hopefully you guys found the codes so you can watch the doc. Highly recommend this doc. Go and check it out right now. And of course, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, become a part of this community where we learn about filmmaking and traveling and all that good stuff. And hey, on to the next one.